It is day number 20 of vlogging for 20 minutes a day for over the next year, 365 days. No edits, no filters, whatever happens, happens. And we're in the middle of a city right now. We just got done eating lunch at a beautiful place that was very local, and the food was absolutely delicious. Alex, what'd you have?
We're in Albacosa, and I had the fish of the day, which I don't know what kind of fish it was, but it was the fish of the house. And it was like, it had like a little bit of a coating on it, and then it would think it was like deep fried. And then there was, what do you call it when the onions are all like brown and melty?
Caramelized?
Caramelized onions.
A
And
bunch
red
of chips.
peppers, and then big salad, lots of potato chips. It's very good.
And then for me, I had some type of pork. It was super delicious. It was so tender that it literally, I put my fork into it and it fell apart. It was so good. And then it had some like, it was almost like a cornbread and kale or spinach, which is like very popular here. It's one of the big sides for the dishes. And then there was a rice there. There was some beans in that kale cornbread mixture.
Did you say we were in Portugal?
And I had a ton of fries with it. No, if you didn't know, we're in Portugal.
Yeah. We came to this town because there's a big monastery here. And our friend Zhao, who was our tour guide in Obidos, told us that we should come and check this out. And it was definitely worth the trip.
And what we have been doing is trying to explore more Portuguese foods. And honestly, since we found them, they've been super flavorful. And they go down well, and they sit in your tummy well. At least it has for me. So
TMI, right?
no, I think that's a good thing to know, because like some places you'll go and you'll have the food, like Dominican Republic, and you get what that sign is.
Talking and talking.
Do you want to talk?
To sit down. Are you getting tired, my love? Do you want to go sit in the car seat?
No, I color with my marker.
We just got some new markers. But we have to go home. Our coloring book's at home.
Look how beautiful the cobblestone is on the street here. And what's interesting is like the streets here are actually a lot of like asphalt, where some of the cities you'll have nothing but the cobblestone everywhere. So I find that really cool and interesting.
Ooh.
And today's kind of just a gloomy day.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
was
quiet.
pouring rain this morning when we woke up. Yeah, just, relaxing vibe. Enjoying the vibes. This town definitely feels a little bit different than other towns that we've been to thus far.
So it's more local?
Well, also maybe so we got a little bit away from the touristy area, because where the monastery is obviously where all the people come to town to visit. And then there's a couple of restaurants and shops right by there. We did have a quick coffee and a pastry at one this morning. They had a little play zone for kids, which was really cute. Yeah, Bub?
It might get a little windy up here, so I do apologize. I don't have the mics on, so you just, with the shotgun mic here, I think it does a pretty good job though of keeping away the wind.
We also didn't set a timer, so
I could kind of tell up here.
you have to keep us honest.
About 3 minutes on, so. Yeah, and so getting away from the monastery was great, but we also ate something this morning right across the street, and it was all pretty authentic, Portuguese stuff. I think it was all very authentic. We didn't film any of that, but it was a nice little spot to stop, use the bathroom, get our wits about us, have a coffee, and then go for gold.
It's so windy over here.
Yeah, it is way more windy over here than it was just down there. It's funny, you hit these like tunnels of wind in all different directions. I love the camper van right there. See that?
There's a couple of camper vans in that parking
In the
lot.
back corner over there too as well.
We'll be able to show you guys the monastery when we get to the top of the hill.
You can actually see it right here. You see those pillars that are going like to that building right there, holding it up? That's the monastery.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is Portugal for you. This is what the streets look like.
Cold too, baby. You should have put your coat on, Daddy.
Cobblestone here as well. Do you want your coat?
She's cold.
Look at her hair.
She said, I'm cold.
Do you want your coat?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you your coat, baby.
We're not far from the car.
Hold on.
It's not windy right here. It's kind of warm.
Another thing,
Yeah,
I have to carry this big bag everywhere we go. Look at this. Everly needs a lot of stuff, and I have a sweatshirt in there. Or actually, I took it off. Put it back on. This
All
is
our
it, yeah.
camera stuff too.
But my goal with this channel is to get it monetized. We have reached the point where it is slightly monetizable in the sense of like, I could go live and get super chats and super thanks now. Once I turn that setting on and fill out all the information, I haven't done that yet. We'll get there, but once we get to 4,000 watch hours is when it actually gets fully turned on, full monetization. So pretty soon.
Why are you delaying turning it on at 3,000? Because that's like YouTube's new program, is that
Yes.
you can monetize early.
It's not, it's just a lot of information I got to fill out, and I need more time to just like get in there. And
Oh,
fill it out.
really?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure. It's probably like banking information and all that. So that way money could come in and whatnot. So yeah, and I just need a moment to do that. With doing the edits for the daily video plus our weekly video on F&A Life, it's just a lot of work. And so I need to get in there and do that. And then also I got to figure out what because I want to give away 100% of the donations, but YouTube is also going to take their cut of those donations. So I got to figure out what that is, and then, you know, take it out of my account type of thing. And
Yeah, so I
put it
mean,
to
I
the
guess it
donation.
would be whatever your net is.
Yes.
Like the problem about YouTube is that if you donate $5, we might only actually collect like $3.50 of it or something. So
my plan is like, if we could go through GoFundMe as much as humanly possible, that's what I would love to do. So we do have a GoFundMe right now for No Kid Hungry, and that's like a US based one where more than 50% of our goal is complete, and I think that we can make it to the full $1,000 that I want to get donated to them by the end of this month.
I thought you said 900.
Well, they give you an automatic 900 that like.
Oh.
But my goal has always been 1,000 personally. But they have made a goal of 900 because if we get there, then you could like level it up. Is basically what they were coming at.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about GoFundMe is GoFundMe doesn't take any of the money unless we donate it to them.
Right.
So that's why I want to go directly
Well, and
through.
the money goes directly to No Kid Hungry.
Yeah.
Versus.
Yeah, so that's the whole plan of the situation. So next month we'll have a new charity, and that charity will be like, I'll put up a poll of a couple different charities that people have said that they want us to give back
You're
to.
forgetting I'm picking for May.
No, I know, but we're gonna go through what those people have picked next month, not after you do yours. And we'll put up 3 or 4 of them, and
The
then
monastery.
we'll do a vote on that.
It's really beautiful.
Portugal in general is really beautiful, like just the colors of the buildings and like the life that seems to be here, and the age of it is just so otherworldly, like profound. And what I find really interesting is I always looked at these cities and I'm like, why do they build stuff the way they do? And it's because they're trying to match what used to be here. You know, these towns have been around for so long. These areas, the monastery literally has been here since they started building it in 1153, and they finished it in 1252 or something like that. Yeah, I think it was 99 years basically they took to build that whole monastery, which is wild. Huh? I almost walked past our car.
Can you unlock it, please?
Yeah, I'm gassed right now. I'm breathing heavy.
This parking lot is on a very steep incline.
Yeah. All right, we're unlocked, baby. Like, look at this place, though. Look at that beautiful blue building right there. Just the colors. They're so pretty. Everly doesn't want to leave.
I just told her we're gonna go home and do coloring stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, coloring is worth it. Getting in the car seat. Hey, Everly, can you tell me something that was really cool about the church? Everly? You were crying?
Coloring. She's coloring this
Oh, okay.
color. She's coloring this color.
Oh, okay. She's gonna use all the colors, it sounds like. You know, I don't know what you guys wrote in the most recent video, and typically I do a comment of the day. I'm not quite there yet. So before we drive, maybe I'll find one and then we can talk about that.
I can't help you at all because my phone died like 2 hours ago.
My other question is like, I hope that we don't roll into this car in front of us.
Well, you said there's an auto brake thing.
There is when you're going forward. I don't know about backwards.
So we're in a manual car, which Frank's not super used to, but he's doing a great job. I actually said to Frank yesterday that if I had been the one driving in Europe, because we only paid for him to be on the rental car because you have to pay extra for a second driver, and just didn't make sense because I don't really feel comfortable or confident driving. And I said to him yesterday, I was like, if I had been the one driving, we would have hit this car into something for sure. Absolutely. The streets are so tight some places, and then cars are allowed to park there too. So then you're like, you've got cars parked, tight streets, hard corners. Oh my God. I'm literally like, half the time I'm like, how did he even make that?
The video is supposed to be live right now, but it didn't go live because we had a problem uploading it last night. It's up. I'm gonna make it live right now.
Oh, okay.
But then I'll grab a comment from the previous video. Yeah.
That's fine. I think that's pretty fair.
I'm gonna put you on that though, Alex. Okay.
Reading the comment of the day.
Yeah, reading the comment of the day. You're gonna pick today.
I kind of want to plug my phone in too. If anybody has any book recommendations, let me know in the comments below. I just read like a little floofy romance book called The Unhoneymooners. It was pretty good. It was just like light and fluffy and whatever. Enemies to lovers trope. But before that, I had read a giant like 3-part series that was like this epic tale. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just need something light and easy.
All right.
I also was trying to get my reading stats up, and so because that 3-thing book took so long to read because it was like dense, I found this series. It was called like the Meet Cute series, and I guess Amazon Kindle Direct put it on, and it was 5 or 6 different authors, and each of them wrote a short story about a meet cute. So I read all 6 of them. Each of them was only like maybe 100 pages, like short stories, very digestible. And so it got my reading stats up +6.
That's great. I gotta put in our address first.
Yeah.
Before we do the comment.
But yeah, I think I'm at like, I'd have to check my book thing. I think I'm at least at over 26 books for the year so far.
Yesterday we talked about like parenting. So a lot of the comments are about parenting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I could just pick anything?
You can pick anything that you want, whatever your little heart desires.
Okay, this is from Carpe Diem. Hold on, let me put my seatbelt on or else it's gonna blink at us the entire time you're driving. And that'll be really annoying. Okay. So, back in the oh, let's see if he hits this other car.
Oh,
parking brake? No,
it's out.
Okay.
It's down.
We almost ran into an Indy camper van today.
Yeah. Or did they almost run into us?
Frank was backing out of a spot and they were like, started backing into us, backing out of the spot.
I don't think they had a backup camera or realized.
Yeah, and also a really big unit to have in a really small parking lot. Okay.
This is where they should have parked.
Yes. Back in the 1970s when I was a kid, what is that beep?
This is the speed limit one.
You're breaking the speed limit in the parking lot?
It says 10.
Oh my goodness. You wouldn't even be able to get up this hill.
I'm just coming up here just to see what it's like up here.
There are a couple camper vans, which always gets us excited. So I wonder if these people slept here last night.
It looks like it. They have
Why not?
They have their what's it called up?
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Look, you can see the church from here.
We're gonna have our own camper van in a couple of days here. Actually, like really soon. It's the 7th. We get our camper van on the 10th. As you guys may or may not know, the daily episodes are 1 day behind. Okay. Whoa.
Can I show the view of this town first? And the bell's ringing. So, like, that's a pretty sweet spot right there for like that view. In my opinion.
Okay, this is from Carpe Diem. I'm gonna try to read it for the 7th time. Back in the 1970s when I was a kid, we all went to Grandma's house for ham dinner every year for Easter. My mom was always in charge of making the bunny cake, one of those where you make 2 to 8 inch rounds and one becomes a head and you cut the other into 2 ears and a bow tie. That's so cute. There was a specific board that the bunny was always assembled on, and since my mom moved in with us in 2010, we ended up with the board until we moved a few years ago. I'm happy with my decision to only raise feline kids, cats. I'm exhausted just seeing you guys parenting for 20 minutes a day. See you tomorrow, Amy. That's really cute. It is a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty good, you know?
I was just saying, like, we saw this family at the restaurant before the cafe, before we went to the monastery. And what was super sweet about it was they had a little baby and then they had a 3-year-old. And they said it gets even easier once they get to 3 because they're more quiet. They do more of their own stuff, whatever. But I was like, but at that age, because they had a 5-month-old, I was like, they sleep. Like, you can get more done. Yeah. Because they sleep a lot more through the day. Yeah, sure, you got to hold them, but like, that's hold them and feed them. That's basically it.
Cleaning butts.
Change their diaper.
You trying to have another baby, Frank?
No, I'm saying it was much easier when they were very little. And I had this perspective that I thought it was going to get easier as they got older, which I think it does eventually.
Right.
There's different types of challenges than like in the beginning.
Well, I think every stage is different.
Yeah.
And then also I feel like people focus a lot on like the young years, like the newborn stage and the toddler stage. But like, I feel like it actually gets more complicated when they're like in the teen years and like, you know what I mean?
I think so.
I'm not wiping your butt anymore,
No.
but now there's all this interpersonal challenges where like I have to be, I'm gonna
pass that
smart
through so I can drive.
and like give you good advice about life, Yeah. Whereas before it was just like, don't put your hand in a fire. Like, that's a pretty easy lesson to pass on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now it's like, my friend won't talk to me and this friend did that and that friend did this, if they even are talking to you. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that doesn't look
Yeah,
right.
don't go off that ramp. We're trapped in this parking lot forever.
All right, I think we go out the other way.
I think maybe there's only one way in, one way out.
Or, I mean, it almost looks like you drive over the road there, but I don't want to do that.
Not the rental.
I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. Oh, the rain just started again. Perfect timing to get back in the car
And on the road
and start driving. We've been trying to do all of our like big outings and activities in the morning because it's a bigger awake window for Everly. I know she's 2 and we don't really do like awake windows anymore, but we try to do one big nap in the afternoon. So if we can get, like, she's up at like 7 in the morning anyways. So by the time we eat breakfast, we can leave the house by like 8:39 pretty easily, and then get to the spot, explore a little bit, enjoy a new spot. I'm letting the GPS enjoy lunch, and then head home in time for nap. Because in the afternoon, by the time we wake up from nap at 3, she's been actually having a really hard time waking up from nap lately, where like she doesn't want to wake up from nap.
She's loving her sleep once she
doesn't,
goes to sleep.
she does not want to sleep, but when we force her to sleep, which sounds awful, like if you are a parent, you understand sometimes you have to just like put a firm line, you're going to bed. But anyways, she doesn't want to go to sleep, but then when she finally does fall asleep, then it's time to wake up, and I can't just let her sleep forever, because if she sleeps until like 3 or 4 or like 4 in the afternoon, then she's not going to go to bed at night. It's this whole thing. So anyways, now we have to like slowly wake her up at 3 o'clock so that she's not yelling and screaming at us.
Oh, it's this way, I think. Sorry.
These roundabouts are tricky.
There was like a turn and then a turn.
It was like your second.
Yeah, it was
Usually I'm Frank's navigator, so maybe I should. We're probably just on this highway now.
What time are we at right now? We got about a minute left.
Yeah, we got about a minute left. So, how are you today? Tell us in the comments.
Well, listen. Very good.
That's
very
exciting.
Good.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's good news, Frank.
Oh, great, good job. Way to go.
Yeah, so we're leaving Albacosa
It's a 10% grade right here. Look at this hill we're going up right now. You gotta charge up it. It's kind of crazy the mountainous like terrain that's here and how steep some of the stuff is.
And you're gonna hit a roundabout at the top of the hill, it sounds like.
There's tons of roundabouts here. Supposedly something that's really interesting about Portugal is like, isn't this like the first place they use traffic signs?
Somebody did comment that. I don't know if it's, I haven't Googled it to fact check our commenter, but you know, I will trust, listen, I trust you implicitly. Whatever you write in the comments, I believe that's my facts for the day. So give us some good facts because that's 20 minutes. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.